Well, welcome live. Here we are in Clifton Market. I broadcast live every day for an hour and a half in our fantastic community grocery store. It's the first one in Cincinnati. So we're trying to show Cincinnati how to have a community grocery store. If there's going to be any community of the 53 in Cincinnati that can support a community grocery store, it's Clifton. We don't have any, it's not easy. It's a year and a half now, and if you want to learn more, go to the YouTube comments and I'll post the links and so forth and so on. So we want to open up the show with, news of Clifton. The show's all news of Clifton. And probably the most exciting thing this week, this is the BearCash.com, a booklet that goes around. It's distributed all over the region by Tom Rizzo. He and Keith have worked out to get a coupon in this issue for the returning UC students. Let's see what I can hear here. So it's that sounds like good. Now I can feel like a real broadcaster with headphones, but we're going to sans that. But in the BearCash book, which is in booths all around UC, the first turn it open, they've gone to all color. Pretty exciting. And the upper left-hand corner is 10% off student college discount. 10% off student college. And this is the great thing about it. It's valid through 10/15, so October 15th. This is a significant incentive to get, students to support the community. If it's the first one in Cincinnati, then it's going to need support. So it's 10% off, valid with coupon in any student or college ID. So that's the big news. Now let's go to the timeline and see if we can move on with the show here. We'll go to our lineup. Oh, the next thing I like to mention is what's showing at the Esquire. So that's the other big. They're still showing Papillon. It's based on the international best-selling autobiographic books Papillon and Bonko. We have Reprisal at the Esquire now. Jacob, acted by Frank Grillo, a bank manager haunted by a violent heist that took the life of a coworker, teams up with his ex-cop neighbor, Cain, who is Bruce Willis. There's Reprisal. Black Klansman is from visionary filmmaker Spike Lee comes the incredible true story of an American hero. So we can imagine what that's like. Also at the Esquire this week, top news of Clifton is Juliet naked. Now the thing about the Esquire is that whenever you take a picture, you always got the movies on the marquee, so it sort of cements in time. You go back in time and see when they played it, and then you get to know. So Juliet naked is on the marquee, and it's Annie, played by Rose Byron, is stuck in a long-term relationship with Duncan, played by Chris O'Dowd, an obsessive fan of obscure rocker Tucker Crow, who is played by Ethan Hawke. You gotta see that. There's a a movie group here in the Esquire. They meet every something time or another, but we're getting back to joining the group since our daughter's in college. So, Three Identical Strangers. It's another movie at the Esquire this week. Three strangers are reunited by astonishing coincidence after being born identical triplets, separated at birth and adopted by three different families. All right, nothing like the good documentary. And 8th grade, getting a lot of buzz. 13-year-old Kayla endures the tidal wave of contemporary suburban adolescence as she makes her way through the last week of middle school, the end of her thus far disastrous 8th grade year before she begins high school. Directed by Bo Berman and starring Elsie Fisher, Josh Hamilton, and Emily Robinson. Would you like to come and visit Dolly? Oh, great. We'll come right sit here. Go sit right here. Go out. Okay, great. All right, super. Well, we're finishing up the roster of the Esquire Theater. We went through 8th grade, and that was the last movie. So it says, join our Critics Club. Join our Critics Club to receive our weekly newsletter. You get customer perks, discounts, and weekly updates on events and films. Stay in touch with us. Oh, great. Well, you can just put it over here. Put it right there.
Scan 'em here?
Just stick it over here. We'll see it in the camera. Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Better?
Oh, yeah.
Better.
Yeah, this is a great honor. This is Dolly.
Hi.
Works here at the market.
Hi, I am the cake decorator here at Clifton Market. And y'all got to come down and get these fabulous cakes because they're going fast. We do tailgating cakes as well, 24-count cupcake cakes. And I just recently did the BearCash insignia, BearCash logo head for a cake. It was very lovely, and I do big giant dinosaurs and kitty cats and all sorts of wonderful things. And if you need an alien, I could do that too, but give me a picture or just bring a photo in of your favorite alien. Anyway,
Well, yeah.
we do some unusual stuff.
Well, requests are probably as varied as humanity.
Absolutely.
So you
We
have some examples
beautiful birthday cakes here, and
Who's that for?
this
Happy
is a happy
birthday.
birthday. And the hardest thing you're going to have to do is not eat all of it on the way home, so save some for your guests.
Yeah, they should always have like a piece you could take out.
That's right. Although, you might end up with a very small cake by the time you get home, but we never know.
Well, when you're cake decorating, are you using like a sleeve or a cloth sleeve?
Yeah,
or-
we have vinyl pastry bags, excuse me, and I've been decorating about 5 years. It's a lot of fun, and it's quite challenging sometimes because people want particular things, but that's all part of the game. So
How do you have such a deft hand to do those Q and curly Qs
by
carefully?
hook or crook. But this is another example.
Oh, look,
We
strawberries
have
on
some
top.
chocolate
Or
roses with
raspberries.
some raspberries, and that's a
Yes.
very popular cake as well. At any rate, come on down and get them and support your wonderful Clifton Market.
Community-owned grocery store.
Yes.
The
it
first
is-
one in Cincinnati.
It is marvelous.
We're trying to introduce community-owned to Cincinnati.
Please support us because we want to stay and we want you to come as well. So
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Thanks. Oh. Thanks, Tom.
Be careful now, don't drop those cakes.
Oh, shoot. Man, I'll tell you.
I don't know, I'm a
That's-
painter and I would
that-
always fall on my face before the cake got
I gotta ask you about painting them. I painted them, but it's...
We'll talk later. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that's great. Dolly, our cake decorator. She's, I've done a lot of cakes myself, and it's hard getting that deft hand. You got to have the right level of caffeine. So let's go. We're still right on Clifton News, top of the news here in the first 10 minutes of the show. Probably the two most important things is the deadlines for the art shows from the CCAC. Two different art shows, the community art show and then the Golden Ticket art show. The drop-off at the CCAC's offices, they moved to 2728 Vine Street on Short Vine. It's in the Hannaford-style building. I've yet to go over there, but I need to go over there because September 4th and 5th, between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. is the drop-off for the community art show. So if you have a piece of art, you can have it, deliver it, and it will be shown. And it's today and tomorrow. On the back of the art, you put the title, medium size, price, phone number, and full name. So I hope to continue posting the rest of my notes on the comment section of this video so that I don't have to read them online. You can get all the data you want if you go to cliftonculturalarts.org. You can also get the information. But you'll receive 75% of the sale, and that's the community art show. Then the next big thing happening is the early bird special for the Golden Ticket. Now, coincidentally enough, the early bird deadline is September 8th coming up. So we'll go into that more later, but you can always go on this web, cliftonculturalarts.org, and get all the details about that. So the big thing is just getting to the community show submission. I got to put my piece together tonight. On September 8th also, that's the next thing in my event, in local news, is the Cain's Ice Cream Social. Now it's at the Rawson Farmhouse, just north of Clifton School. It's from 12 to 2 p.m. on Saturday, September 8th, and you can learn about everything Cain's in the school and everything you'd like to know. So let's see. Oh yes, next week, and well, no, wait, I'm sorry. These are coming up more quickly. This ice cream social is right to is this Saturday, and this Sunday is the Clifton Meadows pool closes. Oh, hi, you want to be interviewed on YouTube? Okay. There's a young shopper there. Try to get her to sit down and say something. You can be interviewed. We're talking about everything Clifton. This Sunday, September 9th, the pool closes. And then there's going to be a doggy dip at the end of the... so the pool closes at 8 o'clock, and probably the doggy dip's going to be 6:30 or 7. So get your last laps in. Let's see, what else? Early birds. We got the early bird special. Tuesday, next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, it's September 11th at 7 p.m. is the first meeting of the Clifton Mothers Group. It meets once a month at a private home in Clifton from September to May. And we always host the September meeting, and I'm cleaning the windows right now and painting, touch-up paint and so forth and so on. But it's Tuesday, September 11th at 7 p.m. at 619 Evanswood Place. Our first speaker is Sherry Haze with the League of Women Voters. Sherry will discuss the role and history of women in politics, including an overview of local political organizations and their role in our community. We look forward to her inspiring and empowering our group ahead for November's elections. That's this coming Tuesday. On the following day, Wednesday, September 12th at 9 p.m., the Clifton Dads meet at Arlin's at 9 o'clock. So this always happens the day after the Mother Study Group. These are the top news in Clifton, right here from Clifton Market, where we look for lots of community volunteers. Clifton Dads Group meets at Arlin's on Wednesday, the day after the Mother Study Group at Arlin's. And then Monday, September 17th, is the Clifton Business and Professional Association meeting at 3 p.m. in the basement of U.S. Bank. So Andrea from World Peace Yoga has taken over being a secretary. She does a great job. And I'll be posting the notes from the meeting and announcing the meeting too. Also, we're looking forward to the next. I don't know why I don't have it in here. Oh yes, here it is. Monday, September 10th. This coming up Monday at 7 p.m. is the CTM board meeting, the Clifton Town Meeting board meeting at the Clifton Rec Center on 320 McAlpin Avenue. It's at 7 p.m. and they'll be sending out the agenda, and I'll have it live here as soon as it comes in. You can always go on cliftoncommunity.org and sign up to get their notices on email. That's Monday. And then the next day, got the golden ticket. Every third Thursday of the month is the Cain's PTO meeting at Rawson Farmhouse. So keep that in mind. I'll get the time later about that, but you can always go on. I'm sorry I don't have the email right here. Okay, we're going to go straight to the flyers. Of course, I've already mentioned the great coupon in BearCash.com. It's in kiosk all around. You see it's getting a lot of buzz on Instagram as far as being something to push out. The inside top left page is an ad for a coupon from Clifton Market. 10% off your grocery purchase, excludes alcohol, valid with any coupon, valid with coupon at any student or college ID. So it's Xavier students, NKU students, CCM students, they're all with a valid student or college ID. 10% off your grocery. So we're hoping to get everybody in the community, the college community and school community around to come shop at Clifton Market, because it is your community market. And in order for it to be a community market, it has to include you. We'll go to the CBS flyer, and they always have a lot of wonderful bargains on makeup and hair color, shampoo. We got Bongo 50% off. That's a L'Oreal makeup. Got a free 8-piece beauty bag when you spend $30 on participating products. Let's go to page 4 to see exactly what that is. CoverGirl is new. We got Elf new. Smackaron new. Revlon Foamazing is new. Let's go to page 4. I want to find out about how to get this bag, 8-piece beauty bag, free. It's over $25 in value. While supplies last. $14.99 retail. Go to page 4. Okay, here it is. Free 8-piece beauty bag, includes Burt's Bees blush, Burt's Bees liner, Wonder Kiss 2 Go, Wonder 2 Superstay liner. So it's a when you spend $30 on participating products, see front page for more offers. So maybe this is the products here. We have Physicians Formula, Rose All Day, Lash Wet n Wild Renegade Mascara, Kiss Salon Nails, it's new, Almay Goddess Gloss. So it's endless, and plus we have lots of things for going back to school. You can get your flu shot there. Everything for the drugstore. Now let's jump over to the Ace Flyer. You know, here we're only 21 minutes into the show, and we're still talking about frontline news here on Clifton. I'm trying to stay focused on the fun things here. We got a fiberglass ladder, 8 feet, from Ace for $69.99. There's a mold test for $29.99. Numerous products, a Flex Seal, $12.99. Numerous products from E-Cloth, $2, $3, $5. A driveway sealer, looks like a 5-gallon bucket for $22.99. Kills It 2 for mold on walls, $14.99 a gallon. Stuff It foam is $2.99. Numerous lawn products. Turf Builder for $21.99. Turf Builder with lawn food for $17.99. Ace Winterizer Weed and Feed for $15.99. Ace Winterizer for $14.99. Oh, here it is. Pop-up 10x10 canopy, $15.99. Toro electric blower, $44.99. A Remington 2-in-1 electric chainsaw pole saw, reaches over to 9 feet. Wow, $69.99. Boy, now there's a real something I could use. Okay, we got two products by DeWalt. Hey, David, you want to be interviewed?
Oh, maybe in a little bit.
Okay. All right, that's David, a longtime employee here. He's going to come back later, hopefully, and get interviewed. That'd be great. I see we got a counter here for the shareholders' information, how to make a loan. They're all in the lobby when you the cart foyer when you come in by the hand where you get the little wipe for your cart. There are the documents there for the market if you want to loan money or become a share owner. We still need to raise the $300,000 in operating cash that we never gave the store in the beginning. So this is our last phase of fundraising. Number 2 is our 2-part marketing plan is to raise the sales to $160,000 and to raise the operating capital that we never gave the store. So actually I'm going to add a third prong to that. That's community support. This is your community store, and we have a long list of volunteer jobs. They're seemingly menial, but you become part of the community to sweep the floor here, or to paint the railing, or to weed the parking lot. That's the community part. It's not your old-time co-op where you have to volunteer a mandatory number of hours every week. This is a new co-op. Anyway, we got 2 big products here at Ace Hardware. DeWalt drills, 2 packages. One's $279.99. The other one's $189.99. We got the drills, flashlight. Amazing what the selection is. The table saw, incredible. Everybody needs that. And then the coup de grace here in the Ace Flyer is the snow blower. You got to get ready for the snow. Of course, now it's 90 degrees. 90% humidity. There's a light breeze. But anyway, get your snowblower now at $429.99. It's a Craftsman 21 electric start. That's great. In the cold day, you need electric start. Oh boy, that makes it worthwhile right there. Single stage snow thrower, a 179cc 4-cycle OHV engine, 21-inch clearing width, 13-inch intake height. You're limited one at this price. It also says there's also a 24-inch self-propelled dual-stage snow thrower with electric start for on sale at $679.99. It's a $50 savings with Ace Rewards card. So, well, yes. So you end up paying $629.99 for the 24-inch self-propelled dual stage. Now, the earlier one, $429.99, was a 21-inch with electric start with single stage instead of dual stage. So, take your pick. There's a trash cans at $14.99, contractor bags at $9.99 each, 20 count, 55 gallon, and they always have the mason jars on sale, 2 different sizes for your canning needs. My sister just canned all the blueberries or blackberries, or with it coming down on the tree. So, got the CVS done, BearCash. Let's go to the music lineup in City Beat to see if we have anybody local playing on Tuesday. Blind Lemon, Nick Nuttall at 8:30. Christ Church Cathedral, Music Live at lunch with, that's past. Memorial Hall, the Queen's Cartoonists, Northside Tavern, Impel Music Series with Now Hear This and KGB Trio, 9 p.m., Jazz and Various. It's at the Northside Tavern. Impel Music Series with Now Hear This and KGB Trio, 9 p.m., Jazz is labeled as Jazz Various. So that's the hit show right now in the neighborhood, Northside, at Northside Tavern. Thank you, City Beat, for that. So let's just go right to, I guess let's go to social media. That's always fun. Let's go to see the Clifton Market ads. We haven't done them yet. Ad specials, Labor Day weekend, savings at Clifton Market. It's good from Wednesday, August 29th to Tuesday, September 4th. So that's today. Today's the last day of the flyer. We got USDA Choice, boneless New York strip steaks, $7.99 a pound. Pork, bone-in pork sirloin roast for 99 cents a pound. Fresh Ohio corn in the husk, sweet, 6 for $2. Fresh whole seedless watermelon, $2.99 each. Kraft mayo or Miracle Whip, $2.99 each. Bush's best baked or grilling beans, 3 for $5. Cheez-Its crackers, 2 for $5. Classic pickles, 2 for $5. Let's go to page 2 of the flyer. We got fresh southern grown peaches, $1.19 a pound. Fresh new crop bulk jumbo sweet onions, 89 cents a pound. California grown grilling size red potatoes, $3 a pound. 3-pound bag for $2.99. Organic fresh celery hearts, $2.49 each. It's a 2-pack. Fresh California strawberries, 16-ounce package, $2.99. Sweet mini peppers, 16-ounce package, and they're organic, $2.99 each. We have La Brea roasted garlic bread, $3.59 each. Save $1. Assorted chunky brownies, 4-pack, $4.99. Save $1. Boar's Head top round corned beef brisket, $9.99 each. Boar's Head Vermont cheddar, $6.49 a pound. Boy, my wife would love that. Center cut Atlantic cod loins, 8-ounce, it's average, $7.99 a pound. Save $1. Fresh tilapia fillets, marinated in lemon and mango chili, $8.99 a pound. Save $1. Clifton Market seafood salad, fresh made in store, $5.99 a pound. Save $1. Peeled and deveined raw shrimp, 25 to 30 per pound at $10.99 a pound. Save $1. Bone-in center cut pork chops, $2.49 a pound. Save 50 cents. Clifton Market pork sausage, all varieties, $3.99 a pound. Save $1. It's also on the Instagram. Been pushing that. I wish I could eat pork sausages. 80% lean ground beef, ground fresh daily, $2.49 a pound. Save $1.50. Save $1.50. 85% lean butterball ground turkey, 2 for $5. Oscar Mayer Fun Pack Lunchables, all varieties, 2 for $5. Save 50 cents. Kentucky Legend, 1/4-inch sliced ham, all varieties, $4.59 a pound. Save 50 cents. I'm sorry, save 70 cents. And then from beer and wine, we have four fascinating selections, really. Very interesting. I wish I could have them all right here to taste. I wish Jimmie was coming around and give me a taste of these. Anyway, to start it off, it's Zoftig Shadow Mistress, Zaftig Shadow Mistress, Ohio made. It's a 4-pack, 12-ounce bottle, $10.99. Evil Twin Wet Dream, 4-pack, pint cans, $9.99. And then 2 wine selections, white and a red. And the white is Domitia Picpula de Pinet, 2017. Domitia Picpoul de Pinet. I don't know if I should pronounce that as French or Spanish. Anyway, it says this wine is complex with notes of spring flowers and rich mid-palate of melon and stone fruit, $12.99. And our red selection this time in the flyer, the last item in the online flyer for Clifton Market. If you want to get the flyer delivered to your email, just go to cliftonmarket.com and sign up to get the email. Also, we have if you're a shareholder or a lender, you can go to Google Groups, search out Clifton Market, and ask permission to join the Google Groups of Clifton Market. It's a private website where we talk lots of nuts and bolts about the market, but we try to keep the buzz on social media positive. I know a lot of people say, I had to pay $2.50 for a gallon of milk, and it's $1.50 somewhere else. But this is a community-owned grocery store, the first one in Cincinnati, and it needs the community We've delivered a grocery store. We spent the $6.1 million and have a grocery store. It's not perfect because it needs you. It needs the community. And there's a lot of small volunteer jobs you can do that mean the world to everybody when they see them happening and they know the community's happening. So even though we're stretched thin on the budget here, everything's on a razor thin, the staff's just stretched to the limit, it's the community component that we need. Plus, which would raise the sales to 160,000 and show that we are a viable grocery store, and we would please our lenders and our distributors, and that we only need to spend 10% more. It's not an undue burden on the community, 10% more. Anyway, this is incredible. Locations, F4 French wine, deep and complex, with aromas of plum, black currant, black cherry, licorice, and violets. Save $8. And locations, F4 French wine, $18 a bottle. I gotta get that. I'm gonna try it. So okay, so we've got those are the specials at Clifton Market. Let's go to GoFundMe page just to see what the total is, and it's at $41.50 of our $300,000 goal. This is the $300,000 is for our operating capital that we never gave the store when it opened. We opened the store, and many people thought that it was already going to take off, but the community never rallied around the store, and sales fell off. So now we're in a very precarious situation where we would have. Our plan was to supply the operating capital, but when sales fell off so dramatically, everybody thought, well, we didn't have to do it anymore because it wasn't going well. But going well is the community coming together and raising this last large sum of money, but it was part of the 6.1 million. So look at that. So we'll just I'm just going to mention one last thing about since we're going through social media. There's various low-level donations. Actually, we need $1,000 loaned by Cliftonites, by 300 Cliftonites, or the region of store supporters. Then we could get the 300,000, and you would make a loan. You can make various. You can pick your interest rate. You can pick the term of your loan. But we need 300 concerned citizens to loan us $1,000 to get our operating costs. But that's really meaningless unless we can get our sales up to 160,000 and actually show to our lenders and our distributors that we mean business by spending 10% more on your community. The first one in Cincinnati. So anyway, these are the small perks you get. For $50, you get a free pizza. $75, you get a free pizza. Everybody gets a free pizza. Then $75, you get $5 off 25 order purchase. Then for $100, you get the pizza, the $25 off, and then 10% off groceries. So your donation is probably only $75 then. For $125, you get the pizza, $5 off $25, the 10% off the groceries order, plus you get a Clifton Market coffee mug and free coffee for a year. So there you go. Those are the entry level on the GoFundMe page. I've been kind of using the GoFundMe page as a barometer of support. Since when I started my broadcasts, we were able to raise a couple $1,000 more. It's dropped off now. So we're trying to use this as like a barometer of community support. I know donation is not a loan, and we're encouraging loans because you might as well be invested in the market instead of just donating on GoFundMe. It's a nice page, but it's not everything. So we're going straight to cliftoncommunity.org, and it's a tremendous resource, local news. You always go right to menu, and you have the home news lists, all the stories, top stories, but probably the two most important documents on news on cliftoncommunity.org is that's going to be it's being proposed and worked on right now. It's going to be over the merchant parking lot. It's going to have 130 units apartments, about 5,000 square feet of retail space, and 300 parking places. But the top community request for this development was that it would have a component of the Clifton Cultural Arts Center. So that's what you're going to read. There's an extensive story about that. We're looking forward to updates any day now about plans and designs for that development. So that's the best thing on cliftoncommunity.org. You go to news, you scroll down, you can read that article. And the other gem on the cliftoncommunity.org site is it has the house tour booklet. You can read the wonderful descriptions of the houses and a nice picture of the house. So if you didn't get to go on the house tour, you can have a mini house tour. And then the community it lists at least 300 listings of everything Clifton. It's amazing. We always go there at the last part of the show and just click on links and see where they go and read what's there. Clifton Town Meeting's having a meeting coming up this Monday. And also, you can also see the Clifton Chronicle, the last 25 issues in PDF form. And at the end of the show every day, I read some archival issues of the Chronicle, and they're all online. It's really a time capsule of Clifton. So that's cliftoncommunity.org. Let's go to the rest of the. Let's go see what's playing at the Ludlow Garage. This Thursday, September 6th, is Mason Jennings with special guest Charlie Milliken. So I'm always sorry that when they have this, they don't give it like a listing, a little more description, so I don't have to search it out. But I think I might search out Mr. Jennings and Johnny A. and see what they have. So since Johnny A. is playing Saturday, September 8th, showtimes are 8:30. Ticket price for Johnny A. is $15 to $37.50, and for Mason Jennings, ticket price is $15 to $40. It's a folk show. They describe the show as folk. Johnny A. Show type is rock, all ages. Oh, it says more details. Let's go look there. That might be just what we were looking for. Thank you, Dave, for putting together a great site. But it certainly is. I'm sure it's going to come up. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, so we're talking about Mason Jennings. It's going to be at the Garage this Thursday, September 6th. You go click to more information. You got a great video of him playing, and I'm going to read a little bit here about the story of songs from When We Met comes to an end with the track Magic is Real. The rain on this track is real. We opened the doors of the studio and put mics up, and that's the sound of rain on the trees in Wisconsin. Rain is healing. So fantastic. Thank you for doing that, Dave. Also, they're building across the street a Gaslight Bar and Grill. If you always wonder what's happening in the old library space, Dave Taylor, Gaslight Properties, is developing that. There's going to be a rooftop garden when possible, and both menus are similar for the Garage, since Dave and Gaslight Properties taken over the Garage, but they're amazingly different, curiously different, very much Cincinnati. So let's go to more details about the Saturday, September 8th show. Johnny A. is playing at the Garage. It's a rock show. Starts off with Just Me and My Guitars. For nearly 20 years, Johnny A. has traveled the world gliding through, bending and blending musical genres to deliver his own unique style of instrumental guitar music. Well, there you go. That's a great story, and it continues on for quite a bit. I encourage you to go to LudlowGarageCincinnati.com and check out that. Let's go to, let's see what else we have here in social media. Upcoming events at the Cultural Arts Center. Of course, I mentioned the Community Art Show closes. I mean, you have to drop your paintings off today and tomorrow. But that's the Uptown and Around Community Art Show. And then we have Sunset Salons on September 19th at the Civic Garden Center. On September 27th. Well, that's already happened. I guess that show's going on now. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's September 27th at the Esquire Theater. Photo Focus component at the Cincinnati Arts Center. I mean, the Clifton Cultural Arts Center is put together. Incredible. And then October 14th is Rumpelstiltskin at Clifton United Methodist Church. It's part of the second Sunday Family Showtime. Okay, so that's the calendar from the Clifton Cultural Arts Center. Thank you very much for that. And let's go to Redit, the front page of the internet. I've been posting my videos on there, and I've gotten numerous comments, and probably the most important ones is that I wasn't really being a reciprocal component in Redit. So even though I had a great story to tell, it needed a little bit of mustard or a little bit of polish to make it viable for Redit. I think it's more of a community. Redit was like the internet before anything else. So there's I guess that's my first. It's the first post, or the first post on Reddit is Clifton Market letter to shareholders, dire financial crisis. So that pretty much tells it all. The creditors and the distributors have done what they can to bring you a grocery store. It's a wonderful grocery store. You have no problem coming in here, buying groceries for your family, putting on a wonderful spread. But being the first community-owned grocery store in Cincinnati, it's going to take the community to make it happen. And the community needs to, I see activity happening more and more every day. And once we get to a point of profitability, which is 160,000, we'll see more people in every day. I just realized that today, that there's a real positive benefit to increasing our sales, is that more people come into the store, you see more of your friends, there's more community. So that's the top post on our Cincinnati letter to shareholders was sent out. And if you want to follow up on getting all the latest news from the shareholders, just go to Google Groups and search Clifton Market, and then ask permission to join. And you'll get all the nitty-gritty details. You'll see the spreadsheet, the PDF, the PowerPoint presentation, all the data that you want to see. But the dire financial crisis is probably a good way to put it. But if we get our sales up to 160,000 and we raise the operating capital that we never gave the store when it opened, a store this size needs $400,000 in operating capital, and we never gave the store that when it opened. Keith and the staff have been able to keep it open for a year and a half on ether. And our distributors and our lenders have stretched their necks out. It's up to the community now to spend 10% more. So next post is, how's Clifton Market holding up these days? Imagine you, a zealous Clifton Market hugger. We like that. How is Clifton Market doing? And then a year ago, Clifton Market is having cash flow trouble. So that's the buzz on Reddit. I'm glad that I posted and I engaged with the community, because it's a wonderful venue for social media. we're going to go straight to the Clifton Plaza, see what's playing this week. I don't know why it's not coming up with my calendar. What am I supposed to push, events or something? So September 22nd, we have the Queen City Balladeers, but that doesn't say who's playing. Oh wait, Saturday at 7 p.m. is the Mill Creek Drifters. So that's this Saturday, September 8th at 7 p.m. will be the Mill Creek Drifters. It looks to be a classic bluegrass band. See, we got Ron and Brian and 6 other friends are interested. Ma Crow is playing again on September 28th. Full Moon Ranch is playing September 15th. Oh, here, September 7th is Jazzopolis. This Friday, September 7th, Clifton Plaza at 7 p.m. And September 14th, we're going to have Bird Law at the Clifton Plaza. September 21st, Sexy Time, live band karaoke on the Clifton Plaza. So there we go. What a great resource. Thank you, Lydia on Ludlow's for supplying the drinks during the music. They always have a beer tap, and you can buy cans of cider and I believe glasses of wine. And plus, you can order anything off the menu at Lydia's, and they'll serve it right there in the plaza. So I highly recommend taking advantage of her hospitality. And I believe they also do the booking. So that's all the social media I have online. Let's go to the dedicated pages like NextDoor, and they always ask me to sign in. I don't know why I have to do this, but I guess they're worried that might be somebody else. Thank God I remembered my password. Here's a nice piece of carrot cake from the deli. The Dolly and the bakery department. Thank you, Dolly. Need to get another guest. Hey, come over here and get interviewed. I'm live on YouTube. Here we are on we're live on YouTube. Come on over and say a few words. Oh, great. Here, just sit down here. We got a seat here for you.
Oh, geez, you put me on the spot.
No, don't worry. It's just who knows who listens to that stuff. Just introduce yourself and
Hi.
Say what you came to on your grocery list.
Hi, I'm here, Mike Peeper. I live here in Clifton. Here with my daughter and my wife. We're here to get food for dinner tonight. So getting some fresh strawberries, organic strawberry and fruit and vegetables, produce, as well as milk and chicken and other nice meats.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about the Clifton Dad's group in Arlin. Coming up next week, next Wednesday.
Absolutely, yep.
And your name again? After you?
Mike Peeper.
Mike Peeper, yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're a pretty good regular there at the Father's group.
Absolutely.
And the night before is the Mother Study group. We're going to host it this September. Does your wife go there?
She does as well. Yep.
Oh, good.
We're
Well,
strong Cliftonites. We support the market and the local establishments.
Well, thank you for. It's a community store. First one in Cincinnati.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's very difficult. Cincinnati doesn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's a little different, yeah.
Yeah,
I think Clifton doesn't know what to do with it.
Clifton doesn't
Locally,
know
yeah.
what to do with it.
Like-
They're fledgling. They keep on saying, Kroger, I can get that at $1.50, and you're charging $2.50, and I can't stand the.
Yeah, we like it because we walk here, so it's 3 or 4 blocks away. We can either throw the daughter in her wagon, or we can jump on a bike, and it's not the national chain. It's, you know, as much as I love Kroger being a local Cincinnati company,
Sure.
it's nice having a place that I can walk to that's a local establishment that I can support my local community area. And for us, that's more important or equally as important as everything else.
Very important. And if we can get our sales up to 160,000, which is only like 10% more from everybody,
Yep.
and get our operating capital a bit. We never promised the store the $300,000 in operating capital. We can make it. But the great thing about it is it can happen in a week. We can raise the money in the week and we can get our sales up in a
Yeah.
week. And then we'll show the distributors and the lenders that we mean business.
Absolutely.
Because they've stuck their neck out for a year and a half, and but they believe in us.
Yep.
They do, really do.
So we need you to show up and help the Clifton Market.
I didn't want to say that, but good that you said it. So.
Exactly.
All
No,
right, well.
you don't have to give everything to Clifton Market, but we give a lot. And then if you just look at the little stuff, you know, some stuff's more expensive, but obviously some stuff's more expensive at Kroger's or Aldi's or anywhere else. So,
Well, the fun part about it is that when we get our sales up to 160, the store will be filled with more of your community.
Yep.
Right now, you can hardly come in without seeing somebody, and that's the problem because a lot of people say, "Well, I don't want to see anybody." You know, so I agree. Well, maybe that's the time for you to go to it.
well, yep, exactly.
And late at night, in the middle of the night.
Exactly. Otherwise, come here.
We try to be friendly. We're not going to put any pressure on you. It's not a peer pressure thing.
Nope.
Well, thank you very much.
No worries. Enjoy food. See you hopefully next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
I'm supposed to be out of town, so hopefully it stays.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope they cancel it. So that was a great interview. We're going back to social media, talking about what's on Clifton NextDoor. The top post right now is a light-colored dog roaming by itself near Chase and Dane. Gee, that's 3 replies. And there's 2 smiley faces. I wonder, is that the dog they wanted to see? What is it? Oh, Clifton Market. This long thread on Clifton Market about Kate Smith buying a milk at Clifton Market. I was joking about it earlier, but I'm dead serious. And the long stream of comments, there's 67 now. It's really an example of a lot of people being interested and concerned about the market, and they're willing to say important things about it. So I can't stress enough for these people that are making posts to become a volunteer at the market, to show that they mean business. You know, just having, oh hi, I'm live on YouTube. You can be interviewed. Okay. So anyway, getting back to this Kate Smith post on Clifton NextDoor, we have a chance to be a community, and I have a long list of volunteers. They're somewhat trivial, but each one of those shows other people. It multiplies itself by 10. Whether you're here as just a volunteer sweeping the floor or emptying the trash, I took it out the other day, means a lot to other people that come in. It's contagious. Anyway, somebody's selling some stuff. There's homes for sale, auto mechanic. Somebody's looking for an auto mechanic. Somebody's got moles in their yard. Let's get rid of it. Somebody's still looking for candle jars. Somebody needs, Mike Anagustu from the wine store, Ludlow Wines, is collecting pop tabs for Ronald McDonald House. My 11-year-old boy Max is doing this. Drop off your contribution at Ludlow Wines. So thank you, Mike, Wine, for that. I found out later that the pop tabs have a different type of aluminum than the cans do. That's why they're worth more. Oh, and Jeff Wilson, he's the audiophile, and he writes the blog for Gaslight. He's saying Erica Winderstrom is playing the Ludlow Garage. I just found out that Erica Winderstrom is playing the Ludlow Garage. Funny, I first saw her perform when she played open mic at Arlin's. The show's on October 6th during Clifton Fest. So we'll have more about that later. Thank you, Jeff, for that post. It's cool. Uh, Cincinnati is supporting urban architecture with many grants. Don Wong still has some Boy Scout uniforms for sale. There's an aggravated robbery. And there's a notice of roundup used in parks and playgrounds. Brian Cain reports the Clifton rainfall. So Tuesday, September 4th, in the previous 24 hours, 0.15 inches. Boy, it's hard to figure how he measured that. But it did rain at Clifton Meadows yesterday evening, so I guess that was the 0.15. Month to date is 0.55 inches. Normal, MTD, 0.27 inches. September, we have 0.28 inches. Year to date is 44.49 inches. Normal this year to date is 30 inches. In 2018, we are plus 14.43 inches above average. So thank you, Brian Cain, for doing that. Brian was my compatriot in working on the yard signs that went up around the city. I'm looking forward to doing another bunch of yard signs. This time I want to silk screen them so we can do about 50 black and whites, and I think they'll be a lot more permanent. And then the next post is my post of yesterday's live from Clifton Market, so that's the end of our, as soon as we come up to my post, I know it's old news, so we'll go back to other social media and see what other links are. Let's go to Twitter. We're into the first hour of the show. It's going quite well. Thank you very much. Let's go to the top Twitter feed. I suppose your feed is always determined on who you're following. Cincinnati City Beat. Is there such a thing as too much macaroni and cheese? Well, probably not. I had macaroni and cheese here at the market before I went live yesterday, and I never buy macaroni and cheese, but it was first class, perfect in every way. UC Communication. In just 1 week, the host this great event. Stop by for some pizza and info. What is this event? Come Together. The best with calling all first-year comm students, exploratory and transfer students. So it's Come Together, UC Communication. So this is curious. I was a communication major, so they're having that event in 1 week. Hopefully we'll get an update before it goes down. Cincy Library has a tweet. Check the coolest things I do with a library card. 17 cool things you didn't know you can do with a library card on BuzzFeed. Oh, look, there's a tweet by Clifton Market. Is it today? Tuesday, September 4th. Enjoy restaurant quality seafood when you shop with us. Save $1 on center cut Atlantic cod loins, only $7.99 a pound. Thank you. Put the market on that. We got that's about all we have on Twitter. Let's see what else we can hold up. Let's go to Facebook. Let's go to Clifton Market. On Facebook, recommended by Claudia and Cassandra and 79 others. It's got a 4.9 out of 5 rating. Thank you. Thank you for that. Recommended by Claudia, Cassandra, and 79 others. Do you recommend Clifton Market? Well, yes, I gotta say yes. I gotta say something, so I'm gonna cancel that. 'Cause I love Clifton Market. They're very clean, nice people. I love to shop there. I never shop nowhere else. I highly recommend it for people. So couldn't get any better than that. I'm the beer and wine manager. This is from Jimmie. I know people are concerned about the entertainment I bring in, but I am about the community of all classes, races, and levels of life, and will continue to provide art, music, booze, and love to everyone of Cincinnati. No matter who you are, it's all about love. Cheers, Jimmie. And she's high-fived by Courtney Hez and one other, and I just high-fived. Thank you for doing that, Jimmie. We look forward to him coming over. He's going to bring some wine to taste, or beer samplings. Got a video, and we still have the Clifton Market pork sausages. We'll save $1, only $3.99 a pound. So that's on Facebook. Let's go to Instagram. See what's brewing on Instagram. The top post is Clifton Market. I don't know if it certainly looks like a beautiful spread of the center cut Atlantic cod loins, $7.99 a pound. Mason Paul's got a post on Instagram. Elaine Moon has a post. So that's about all we have right now, I suppose. Let's see what else we have on social media. Let's go to YouTube and see what if we have any comments now. I made a mistake yesterday and didn't click on allow chat comments, and so this is Tuesday, September 4th, live from Clifton Market. Today's Tuesday, and look at that. Hey, Christie. Hey, you want to be interviewed? Oh, great. Thank you for coming by. We just I was checking on comments. Come on over here. Come over this way.
Okay.
We got a seat here for you. I see you're having one of those wonderful little samples of carrot cake.
Yeah.
Little icing on it, little carrot cake. Put the mic over
Hi
here.
everybody,
You can introduce yourself.
my name is Kristen Solon. I work at the deli department at Clifton Market. I've been here for approximately a year and 2 months.
It's been that long. Boy.
Yes, it has been.
What's your favorite thing to do in the deli department?
I like to make sandwiches and pizzas. Pizzas are my favorite to make.
Oh, the pizza selections are really fantastic.
Yes, they are. We have a whole variety. We have vegetarian pizzas. We have pizzas with meat. We have even a barbecue pizza that has chicken on it.
Yeah. I made up the deli menu a while back. I guess people picking them up all the time. I always have to replace it.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a single sheet, like this is the single sheet of the deli menu. We're trying to get a single sheet made up of the banquet things
Wow.
to go with the, we got that nice colored booklet
Yes.
here, this one here. But it doesn't have a price list in it.
Okay.
So people, they want to know. So since the prices change all the time.
We want everybody to know that in November the holidays are coming, so we want you to come to our market so you can have a really nice holiday with a bunch of brand new stuff that we're going to take out of the case pretty soon. So come in and enjoy our new stuff that we have in the deli.
Thank you, Christie.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You're so nice to stop by. We'll have you on more often.
See ya. Thanks.
Okay, we wanna see those great specials.
Yes.
Thank you, Christie. Let's see. We'll just put a please comment on there. It's pretty amazing that the time delay is like nothing. So that's our last part of our social media. Can't think of any place else to go at this time. We did Reddit. We're just anxious to move on with the Clifton Chronicle news. The Chronicle's been in the mailboxes now for about 2 weeks. So we print a 12 page printed edition, and it's mailed out to about 4,500 residents in Clifton. And what I learned that Clifton NextDoor really represents Clifton. When you go to the map and see who's online connected with Clifton NextDoor, it's all the major homes. But what it doesn't include is the apartment buildings. Even though Clifton NextDoor says that we only have 28%, the majority of the major homes are on Clifton NextDoor. So by posting my link on Clifton NextDoor, I hope to reach the major homes. And reaching the apartment buildings, I would like to see something worked out with the landlords. We have a incredible opportunity of getting the major landlords to somehow allow their tenants to take advantage of. I'm sure they use the market as a bait to get people to rent here. So we need the renters to feel like a part of the community and come together and shop Clifton Market, because that's obviously the renters in Clifton are the vast majority of Clifton. So it's a curious issue, and this is even though Keith and the staff has done a great job, they're running on skeleton staff and they're running on razor thin margins, and this is a time where we need someone to step up and volunteer to make a connection with the landlords and make sure that they, any way possible, to get the word out. Could be a simple notice in the next bill about Clifton Market and how the landlord supports patronage, maybe in a small way, it could be. So anyway, the front page of the Chronicle is, of course, the post office is moved up on Ludlow Avenue. The big thank out for the Clifton House Tour. You can always go on cliftoncommunity.org and go to click on the menu, click on news, and go scroll down. You can get the complete booklet from the house tour. It's a great resource, and it's right online. I'm gonna make a small note here. Excuse me, to about one of my compatriots here. I meet every day at the market. He always sits in the corner, and I always have to ask him to leave. So his girlfriend is a musician, and I want to encourage them to come and play. We'd like to have a little musical component here at the market. So I have a little guest. Yesterday we interviewed one of the cashiers, Jahaba, and she's a musician. She busks over here on Telford and Ludlow Avenue. We'd like her to come over and play. So going to the second page of the printed online, of course, CTM, Clifton Town Meeting, wants you to become more active, as we do here in Clifton Market. There's a bylaw study. We're going to have a candidates night sponsored by Clifton Town Meeting right up in October. Rama Kasturi has a nice article about Burnet Woods. It's beautifully written. United Methodist, Clifton United Methodist is honoring the first lesbian United Methodist bishop. There's an exhibition at the Skirball Museum, the Hebrew Union College, Jewish Cincinnati, a photographic history by J. Miles Wolfe. Clifton Market received an award from Uptown. Cynthia Duvall wrote a very nice story about preserved Burnet Woods. Hey, I'm live on YouTube. You want to be interviewed? Come on over. Say hello. The YouTube audience. Here, come around there. Oh, you can just put a shout out.
Hello, YouTube audience. Answering questions.
I'll answer questions. You can ask questions, whatever you like.
I'm just glad you're here.
Oh, thank you, thank you. He's glad we're here, and that's certainly something we'll miss if we can't get the community to come together and bring our sales up to 160,000. Now, people say, well, what are the sales now? Well, they're not at 160, and I speculate that if everybody spent 10% more. If you don't shop here, and you live in the region, 5-mile radius, that's the radius of the delivery zone. You can order your groceries online, and for $10 delivery, you can get it delivered within a 5-mile radius. So we're looking for the people within a 5-mile radius to, if they don't shop here, shop 10%. It'll bring in more people, there'll be more community, and we'll become a community grocery store for generations to come. But right at this beginning period, we have tremendous struggles. We opened a store with not enough operating capital. We still have to raise $300,000, but that's meaningless unless we can get our sales up to 160. So that said, first goal is to $160,000 a week in sales. The thing to remember is that when Keller's, the old grocery store, was here and things were going well, they were doing 200,000. So it's not going to be that much of a burden. But that's a bare benchmark level. Keith can make the store run at that level. Now, how far do we have to go? Well, just look. Every time you come into the store, there'll be more people in. You'll see the excitement. And you'll know that we're up to 160,000. So I was talking about the Preserve Burnet Woods group. They came together recently to help everything Burnet Woods, and one of the great things that they've organized are walks in the park. This last Sunday they had 2 walks, and they normally schedule walks on Sunday at 8 a.m. at the Trailside Nature Center with a guide. So I highly encourage you to take advantage of these walks. To walk through a park with a guide is eye-opening. Thank you, Cynthia Duvall. There's another story about Burnet Woods is the ideal home for the CCAC. It's an opinion piece written by Mitchell D. Livingston and Leslie Mooney. The Parks Department is collecting community input and will make a decision in the future. There's another story about Clifton Music Club. It's been around since 1917. I highly encourage you, if you have a bowed string or a piano or a voice player in your family, to look forward to competing for the prizes from the Clifton Music Club. There's also a Clifton Garden Club. I got to figure out where that is. Clifton Fest is coming back to Ludlow, October 5th and 6th. It's going to be just like last year. It'll be, we'll have music and wine by the glass by Ludlow Wines on Friday. And then Saturday, the street will be closed, filled with vendors. And the restaurants will present food on the sidewalk, along with, we'll have a beer tent on Telford, and live music on stage. There's a story in here about how the CCAC has moved all its 70-plus programs to various places around the region. And they've relocated their offices on Short Pine. Just at the same time as Clifton Fest is Apple Fest at Emmanuel Presbyterian Church. You go right around the corner on Clifton, go north. There's wonderful activities for the children, and you can get your apple pie. Little Sisters of the Poor is celebrating 150 years of caring for Cincinnati's elderly poor. Zumba is at the Cincinnati Rec Center. Clifton Area Neighborhood School is having an ice cream social coming up. I think it's just mentioned it earlier. I think it's September 8th, but if you go to canselementary.org, you'll be able to find out the information about the ice cream social. The Cans Advisory Group meets monthly every third Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Rawson Farmhouse. So the Cans Advisory Group meets every third Thursday. Drew Swetsono is the president of the PTO. There's a nice story about the Wolf Planetarium and the Trailside Nature Center. If you haven't been there, it's a special show. They have an antique astrolabe, and they give a wonderful program of the stars. The last page of the printed Chronicle has an interview with Jimmie McLaughlin by two young women at Clifton, Ava Jane Meyer and Lucy Whedon. They put together an interview for every quarterly Clifton Chronicle. We're going to go to the online Clifton Chronicle. The printed edition is 12 pages, and the online is 31 pages. So on the front page is Elsa June, owner of and grower of Wildwood Flora. She's putting the flowers in the boxes above the windows here on the street. I ran into some problem, and I didn't water it, and so we replaced the flowers, but now we have a watering system. So look forward to beautiful flowers, and I straightened out the flag. So that's on the front page of the online Chronicle. Plus somebody is looking for a kidney type, blood type O on the front page. It's a great story about community spirit abounds at Clifton Branch Library, talking about the Girl Scout Troop 44693 beautified the Clifton Branch Library. So they've worked on the flower boxes. When you get on the veranda there at the Boss Cox house, you'll see the beautiful handiwork of the Girl Scout Troop 44693. The new school talked about building confidence at the camp out in Camp Ernst. Kim Fender of the Cincinnati Public Library has retired. Eric Davis gives a complete update about the library events at the Library Corner. Lots more information about the Jewish Cincinnati, a photographic history by J. Miles Wolfe at the Skirball Museum. There's an extended article about Clifton Market receiving the award at the Uptown Consortium's gala. It's called Innovate, Celebrate. And this is here, welcome your new Clifton Market board members. Recently in the Esquire in June, we gathered to have voting and get a report, which was very sobering. The PowerPoint presentation of that report is in a link here, on the online Chronicle. Normally, this would be put on the the Google groups for the Clifton Market because it's privy information, but nonetheless, it's here in the Chronicle, and I made sure that it was, since it was included by whoever submitted the story, so that was official enough for me. The link does work, so I'm very happy to. That PowerPoint is very informative, and if you're a shareholder or a loaner, you can always join the Google group by going to Google group, searching for Clifton Market, and asking for permission to join. The new members of Clifton Market board are Bruce Alt, Tom Dwyer, Carol Friel, Paul Carameris, Gannett Singh, and Ed Stenick. These folks joined Gary Crawford, Alex Durst, Larry McDowell, Sean McChance, and Emma Hockermeyer on the Clifton Market board. Thanks to all the candidates who stepped up to run. Never before have we had such a talented and committed slate of candidates. If your name is not in the list above, we hope you can find other ways to work for the market on a committee or advisory board. As was plain at the board meeting, the market has some tough challenges ahead. And then it gives the link to view the PowerPoint. Thank you for your continued support of Clifton Market. And if I could add, I will be posting a list of volunteer jobs on the comments in this video, and even though they seem trivial, these are important parts of the way for people to be seen picking up litter or weeds or sweeping the floor. As a volunteer, it will multiply tenfold. People will understand that this is not just a grocery store; it's a community epicenter for Clifton. And we've got the store up and running. Spent $6.1 million doing it, and now it's up to the community to come together and keep the sales at 160,000. Not impossible, and also to raise the operating capital that the store never got when it opened. So we've got to hand it to the distributors and the lenders for cutting us a lot of slack. But at this point, the community has to become Clifton Market. Just saw Steve Knight go by. I could have flagged him down for an interview. The Seventh-day Adventist Church blessed the men and women in blue. Let's see what that was. Rama Kasturi has multiple photographs in the online Chronicle from Burnet Woods and also the Memorial Day Parade. Playhouse in the Park is presenting Misery, Stephen King's thriller. My friend Ralph Cowan passed away today. He was my mentor in painting. He taught me the classical method. And to dovetail with that, the Cincinnati Art Museum is unveiling a new contemporary conceptual art and life Gillian Waring show. It's part of Cincinnati Art Museum's contribution to the 2018 Photo Focus Biennial. So that's at the Cincinnati Art Museum. And the next few pages of the online Chronicle, they have well, it looks like we only got a few minutes left here in the today's story. So let's see if we can quickly go to a funny story in the archives. We mentioned that the chalk drawings were pressure washed off the sidewalk a long time ago in 2005. Well, here's a story about Gordon Cain. He passed away in 2005. An old saying comes to mind. This is by John Envoy. An old saying comes to mind when I think of Gordon Cain. He was the salt of the earth. And was he salty? Clifton seems at least appetizing, the less appetizing place without its honorary mayor. I'll forever remember those great conversations Gordon made gossip at art form. We had over the freezers in the IGA, now Clifton Market. I invariably came away without the milks or eggs I thought I needed, but feeling more nourished and connected with the rest of the community nonetheless. I'll never forget the good times we had coaching and supporting our boys in their epic struggles on the soccer field, and how Gordon led the victory charge when Clifton Crew won the state championship. But maybe my fondest memory of Gordon is of his trip to London with Walnut Hills High School. Knowing London and knowing Gordon, I assured him that he was going to have a great time. Sure enough, he got on famously with the natives and returned with a big grin and a little present, a memento from the old country for me. It was a white coffee mug with the words, "Mind the gap," emblazoned on the side. This is the warning you hear on the public address system at those stations on the London Underground, where you alight from the straight train onto a tightly curved platform. Gordon got a big kick out of that. "You crazy limeys," he muttered as he handed me the mug. But that simple and funny gift gains more significance in my mind now that Gordon's no longer with us. It tells us so much about his approach to life, hovering over his family and community like a guardian angel. He was always warning us to mind the gap between individual ambition and the greater good. Though frequently humorous, his warnings weren't always polite. But in this world, it's hard to see how they could have been otherwise. Our friend Gordon was a great man because he cared. And my family and I miss him dearly. It was Gordon Cain, the great Cain family in Clifton. So that's the end of the broadcast today, and live from Clifton Market. We're signing off, and we'll see you tomorrow.